Hey guys, Leonix here with SK Gaming, week 1, day 1 of LCS 2015, and I'm joined by Xpecial of now the Team Liquid, now instead of Curse. So, you guys recently moved to Santa Monica. Santa Monica, how's that been for you so far?
Well, we were actually in Redondo Beach before that, so it wasn't too far. It was like a 15-minute drive, and I mean, pretty much the same area, and I mean, a lot of food, nothing really to complain about. So yeah, it's been pretty nice.
So now that you're from Team Curse to Team Liquid, I know that a lot of people have been looking that up, and what does that mean for you?
For myself individually, there's not too much. I mean, only like different branding, like the cool white jackets, those are cool. But other than that, it feels the same. We have the same management, the same players, and overall, it's pretty much the same thing. And all we have is a different name, and with it, like we have a different backing. But overall, in the end, it feels the same. Not that big of a difference.
Now that you've actually won your first game of LCS 2015 against Team Impulse. You played Janna. Did you? I quote Adrian Ma saying, "Oh yeah, Janna's the best support in the patch recently." What's your thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, she's definitely really strong. I was surprised they gave it up, but at the same time, there were a lot of strong picks, and we were kind of baiting out picks, and we had a really good pick ban strategy going in, and from our standpoint, we got a really good comp, and we played our comp really well. I actually like Janna a lot. I didn't get to play her last week. Even she wasn't as popular at then, but I actually played Janna a lot. Season 1, Season 2, it's over the time, so I really like her. I think she's really strong, and right now she's definitely one of the strongest. Probably gonna get nerfed soon, so.
A lot like some teams. We've had a couple subs into different teams. Now you have Keith McBrief and now newly addition Phoenix on the team. How's it like working with Phoenix with a language barrier maybe? And Keith McBrief, not your normal Piglet, I guess, right?
Yeah, Keith was actually really good. He performed well, and in scrims he was doing fine. I think he improved a lot in the past month or so. We actually tried him out a long time ago, like about a month and a half ago, and we were like, "Oh my God, what are we doing? This Keith guy sucks." But this time he actually came back. He was actually performing really well. We're really happy about that, and obviously he speaks English, so that makes it a lot easier for us to communicate. And Phoenix is actually pretty good on English as well. Maybe his English, like just naturally speaking, or when we're casually talking, is a bit more difficult for him. But league terms are actually the same in Korea and in English, so that was a lot easier for us. And we only had less than 2 days of practice, which was surprising because we were hoping to have them back, have Piglet and Phoenix back beforehand. And due to the delays in visas and all that stuff, we just didn't have much practice. But in the end, we came out on top against Impulse. But really, I'm more worried about next week because week 2, we're going to have less time to prepare because Piglet is coming back soon TM, and we're playing against TSM and Cloud9. So they're the toughest teams right now, and we have to do well.
Okay, so with Piglet being gone, now I want to know the differences. Obviously, Keith McBrief being a sub and Piglet. How are you adapting well with Piglet in the bot lane, I guess?
Well, with Piglet, it was a lot more difficult than I thought originally. I felt that, all right, 2 good players, as long as we talk a lot, it's going to be really easy. But the problem is that you can't really communicate a lot of times. There are times when he wants to do something, and I didn't catch it. And I would ask him to repeat it, but it's too late then. Overall, in laning, engages all that very easy. But when it comes down to a little bit more like, okay, let's get words out, let's group up together, then it gets a bit more complicated, and you just need time to really work out all the clinks, and we haven't had that finished yet, and that's why I'm a bit worried for next week as well, because I know that our bond lane won't be as strong as it could be. So sure, it might suck for the initial few weeks, but I think as time progresses, Piglet will showcase his really high mechanics, and we'll finally have a really strong world-class roster that can really go into Worlds and do really well.
I've been discussing this a little bit more since being an AD carry main, playing solo queue and whatnot. Even though that there's like this like language barrier, I guess, with Piglet, of course, and him being a previous world-class champion, and you yourself being one of the, if not the best support player in NA, is there, when you play with them, you say that there are kind of like this team communications, but how does that outweigh like intuition of knowing, oh, in a bot lane you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that? Do you guys fit really well with intuition, I guess?
Well, what I like to say is that two good players, they play smart, you're gonna do the same thing. But the thing is, sorry, I was used to playing Cop for so long, with Cops for so long, and he was a lot more passive. And what would happen is that Piglet is the complete opposite. He's one of the most aggressive AD carries I've played with. I think even more aggressive than Turtle. And what he would do is he would constantly force trades and constantly put the opponent into a stressful situation where you're constantly trying to trade, trying to CS, and trying to kill each other. And what that means is that I need to do the same thing. I need to be aggressive. I need to take trades. And I wasn't used to that with Cop, because with Cop, I was just like, all right, I'm going to sit back, look for good opportunities. With Piglet, he creates opportunities. So that means that our mechanics are tested a lot more. And I wasn't used to that initially. And that was something that we weren't really aware of. And he couldn't really communicate. He wasn't like, oh yeah, just go, be aggressive 100% of the time. It's kind of his mentality. But be smart about it as well. But it's hard to communicate that as we're first playing. And initially we had those troubles because I wasn't used to that.
All right, so now that you have Keith McBrief as a sub, playing against someone that you've only been playing a short period of time, how was going against Team Impulse's bot lane, Apollo, Price, and Adrian Ma? Did you find anything that was a little bit different than other bot lanes, or how was going against Team Impulse in general?
So our bot lane wasn't the strongest. Kog'Maw is not known for being a lane bully until much later levels. So we're playing a lot more passive and not really looking, just since Thresh has so much gank pressure and so much killing pressure, we're just playing a lot more passive than we were used to. And they did fine in lane, not anything like withstand or outstanding or anything like that. So we were just doing our whole own thing, just looking to outscale. Both our champions did really well into mid and late game. And our big goal was just to not die and wait for good opportunities later on to the game. And so we didn't really lane with the mentality that we're going to lane to win. We're just laning to survive. And because of that, we're looking for 2v1s and whatnot. So in the end, we played what we had a mindset that we went in with, and we did it perfectly, and we came out really strong.
All right, Xpecial. Do you have any shout-outs, plugins for your fans or anything like that?
Yeah, as always, big thank you to all the fans who were a fan of us when we were Cursed and now Team Liquid. And thank you guys for just being so supportive of us. And I'm really excited to play the season, and I think we're going to go really far. So watch out. I think we're going to be really good.
And obviously you have the last sponsor, HTC, right? Like how that's new. What's that like?
Oh yeah, so actually let me just take this out real quick. So I actually got a new phone, HTC phone. It's really nice. But I mean, HTC is looking to get into esports, and they started with us, Cloud9 TSM, and I think it's an amazing opportunity for a lot of these teams to just really get recognition from all these non-mainstream brands. I mean, they are mainstream brands, but not mainstream for esports. So it's gonna make them happy, I guess, and just I'm really, really thankful for them, and big shout out to HTC for sure.
All right, that wraps up our interview with Xpecial. If you want any more content just like this, be sure to check out SK Gaming on YouTube. Follow, like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to keep this content going. Other than that, till next time.